So I promised you a video about the upgrade process. It's been a day later, but I had to go an extra day. So if you hang on, here it is. Good afternoon, everybody. Well, this evening here. Anyway, um, this is Sarduce with Cajun Couple Trucking. I am in Springfield, as if you didn't watch my video before now. And this was going to be, I hope it's not going to be too long, but I'm going to talk about what we had to do for our upgrade. Okay, I came in on a Saturday night, and there are several classes. There's one class that's taught 7 days a week that you have to do for upgrade. Now there are several classes, okay? There's the Prime Safety Certified class, which is in a simulator lab. There's the Upgrade Skills Test. There is Hours of Service Training, Taxes and Business Creation, Slingshot Business class, and Pro Maintenance class, okay? That's the ones you have to take. So let's go through it. I'll go through the schedule, then I'll tell you what each class is. All right. Now, if you get here on a Monday through Thursday, you will take the Prime Safety Certified class, which is in the simulator lab at Campus Inn, and the Upgrade Skills Test, which is in the simulator lab at Campus Inn. Now, if you get sick in the simulator, motion sickness like I do, they will let you take your skills test in a truck on the pad, okay? Then there's the Hours of Service Training. Now, the Prime Safety Certified class is in the simulator lab at between 8 a.m. and 11:30 a.m., 7 days a week. So if you come here on Monday through Thursday, you're going to take that class. Then your upgrade skills test is from 11:30 to 12. Then you go to your hours of service training in the Plaza building, in the multi-purpose room. You go past driver lineup, heading like you're going to go down the stairs to the pad. And right past driver lineup, past the drug test lab type deal, there's a door, and it has on it, has a sign on it that says it's the logs class. Go in there. Your next two classes are in there, okay? And it's the hours of service training from 1:30 to 3:15, and the taxes and business creation, which is 3:30 to 4:30. I'm going to start mentioning these in military time like they're listed. Then on day 2, okay, which is if you come in on Monday, it's Tuesday. Coming in on Tuesday, it's Wednesday. If you come in on Thursday, it's Friday, right? If you come in on Friday, Saturday, there's a different schedule. I'll go over that in a minute. But on day 2, you're going to go over to the Z building, okay? And it's going to be in the upper floor, classroom A, okay? If you know where your fleet managers are, there's 2 places the fleet managers are. One's in the basement, one's upstairs. You're going to go to the one upstairs, and then you're going to shoot across to classroom A. All right, the Slingshot business class, okay? That's from 8 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. Then you're going to come back to Campus Inn in classroom 3, C3, right across from the simulator lab, right across the hall, you know, past a little bit past the bathrooms, is the Pro Maintenance class. Now, this used to be an optional class. You used to be able to take it if you wanted to. And whenever you take this class, they give you a meal ticket and they give you a tread depth gauge. Okay? They now have made it, this Monday was the first day that they made it mandatory. Mandatory. Anybody upgrading, you have to take this class. It's a great class. All right? Now, what happens if you come in on Friday or Saturday? Okay? Or Sunday? Okay. Here is what happens. on Friday, if you come in on Friday, you're going to take the Prime Safety Certified class in the simulator lab. You're going to take the upgrade skills test in the simulator lab. You're going to go to the hours of service training over at the Plaza building at 13:30 to 15:15. And you're going to take the taxes and business creation class at 15:30 to 16:30. Then you're going to wait till Monday to take the Slingshot class at 0800 in the Z building to 10:30, and then come back to Campus Inn and take the Pro Maintenance class from 1300 to 1500. Okay, that's if you come in on Friday. You know, you come in early enough to take the class on Friday. You're scheduled for the first class on Friday. If you come in on Saturday, you're going to take the Prime Safety Certified class in the simulator lab, and you're going to do your upgrade skills test. Then you're going to wait till Monday. And Monday you're going to take the Slingshot business class in training room A over in the Z building from 0800 to 10:30. Come back over here to Campus Inn for Pro Maintenance class 1300 to 1500. And then on Tuesday, you're going to go take the hours of service training in the Plaza building at 13:30 to 15:50, and the taxes and business creation from 15:30 to 16:30. Now, I don't think I told y'all where this room is. No, I did. Okay. All right. So that's if you come in Saturday or Sunday. All right. They split this up because the hours of service training, taxes and business creation, Slingshot business class, and the Pro Maintenance class are all Monday through Friday. Your Prime Safety Certified class is 7 days a week. Now, what's in it? Okay, your Prime Safety Certified class is the one they tell you about in the simulator room during PSD. This is the class if you took PSD. Some of us didn't. They're going to show safety videos. They're going to get you on the simulator. They're going to put you through different things. High wind, ice, rain. You know, you're going to be put through extreme conditions on the simulator. And then you're going to take the upgrade skills test. Now, the upgrade skills test is very, very simple. You're going to pull into a simulated receiver or shipper, and you're going to back into a dock. That's it. If you have to take the skills test on the pad, normally they're going to have you take the cab, back up, hook up a trailer, get it ready for the road. You're definitely going to want to check your lights. You usually don't have to do a full pre-trip. In fact, I was doing a full pre-trip. She come out and she said, "Nah, button it up, let's go." Then you drive on the city streets about what your test was to get your Class A. All right, you're going to come back and you're going to back into a spot that's between two trucks or two trailers. Okay, there is no 2 spots, 3 spots. They want a spot directly in between 2 trucks or 2 trailers. They want to see if you're going to get out and look. They're testing your skills. Then they're going to have you park. If you pass, great. If you didn't, you need more practice. Okay. Then the hours of service training is exactly what it's talking about. They go over the hours of service. They go over, and I believe this class, and I've already told the training director, I believe this class should be after PSD, before TNT. Because most trainers don't teach this. They teach you the 10-hour rule. They teach you the 11-hour rule. They teach you the 14-hour rule. They teach you the 8-hour rule. They teach you the 70-hour rule. You know, the 10-hour, no, not anymore. 11, 8, 14, and 70. Okay? They teach you those rules, okay, separately. Then they teach you about the different modes: on duty, off duty, on duty, yard move. You know, your PC is what they talk about the most. Sleeper berth. And they talk about laws, how to keep from getting cited. And they explain why Prime is switching to pre-approved personal conveyance. They talk about personal conveyance a lot. Everybody has a million questions about personal conveyance. If you have any questions about personal conveyance, put them down in the comments. I'll answer them, or someone else will. And if we don't get it right, I know someone's going to correct us. I've studied personal conveyance a lot. I mean, a lot. I know more than the average person. I know more than most of your DOT officers do. So you can pretty much ask me, and I'll get to it. Then you talk about, then she harps on over and over, trip planning. I can't even stress how important trip planning is. They go over scenarios, they go over different things about the logs, they go over the OmniTracks, they go over several things, and there's a surprise about the OmniTracks. I'm not going to tell you right now, but most drivers are going to love it. All right, then you have your taxes and business creation. This is where Abacus comes in. Now, I was surprised. She did not try to sell us on her product. She was straightforward. She tried to explain taxes in a simple method that most people would understand. Some of it, the people around me got confused. I've done taxes for over 10 years. I do bookkeeping. I'm going to open a bookkeeping service for truck drivers. I may or may not do taxes. Don't know yet. We'll figure that out as it gets closer to time to do it. But they didn't try to push their services. They did have a sign up. They did have a application for an LLC. So if you don't have an LLC, they will charge. It's $350 for the LLC for them to do it. They take $100 off that price if you sign up for one of their services. Their cheapest service is $8. Let me get that information real quick. All right, their services, and their services are for the lowest tier $850 a week. For the next, and they call it compliance, where they only do what needs to be done for you to be compliant for your LLC. All right. Then they have the next one, confidence, which they add customized quarterly estimated tax recommendations. Not that they pay them for you, not that they take money out of your account and pay for you. They just give you a recommendation. You should pay this much. And they add tax return consulting service, equal to or less than 2 hours per year. Okay, that one is $16.20. Now let's go back over compliance. What it's going to give you: initial onboarding meeting. Okay, just sitting down, going over what you need to do. Okay, and what they're going to keep track of. Then they have supplemental entries from contract company. Settlement entries. Basically what they're doing there is they get a copy of your settlement. They show Prime, hey, I'm going to be doing their bookkeeping. And Prime, because they work closely with them, sends a copy of your settlement to them. Okay, every week. And so they make folders, not physical folders, but on the computer. They make folders, and that's where they do your bookkeeping from. They don't do anything extra than that. Year-end out-of-pocket business expense review and entry. Okay, they send you a form saying, these extras that you can write off, like services and stuff like that, like your cell phone and all, just the stuff that isn't on your settlement every week. And they expect you to keep track of all this. And that's one of the things that the initial onboarding meeting tells you. Okay. Then they do federal and state income tax return preparation. Okay. That's pretty good. Delivery meeting to review and discuss tax results. In other words, they just want to talk about your taxes. Tax return correspondence. They send your tax return in. Secure online document portal. Any documents that you need them to keep of any extra spending, that's on that list of stuff that they want you to keep track of. It allows you to scan it in and send it to them. Okay. Monthly newsletters. I don't know what kind of newsletters they're sending. Routine phone calls and emails. They're just checking up on you about once a month. So that's the compliance. The confidence, we said the compliance is $850 a week. The confidence, they add the customized quarterly estimated tax recommendations and the tax return consulting service at less than or equal to 2 hours per year. Okay. Then the next one is $20.05 a week. It's called the trust. They add monthly out-of-pocket business expense review and entry. Okay. This is the stuff that they tell you to keep track of, to send at the end of the year. Now with this one, for an extra $3.85 a week, they will now ask you to send that in monthly, and they're going to put it on. So basically, they're asking you to send this in monthly now for 3 minutes of work to add it to it. Okay. Then the growth one. Growth is $32.75 a week. $32.75 a week, and they're going to add online quarterly tax estimate payments. So now they have to have access to your bank account, your business bank account. Business growth tax planning meeting, which is basically after your taxes at the end of the year. They want you to come in for a meeting. Don't know if they do it on Zoom or what, but they talk about how to save and how to prepare and how to prepare for your taxes for the next year. And then federal tax correspondence monitoring. In other words, we've done your taxes. We're going to put we're the contact, and if the federal government has any problems, any questions, they're gonna mail us, and we're gonna take care of it for you. Okay. So I mean, if you think about it, and I don't have a calculator out right now because my phone's being used, $32.75 a week is a lot of money, and you're putting a lot of trust in these people. If you want these people, I will tell you this. They are cheaper than the average bookkeeping service. They are. They're cheaper than the average bookkeeping service. I personally, having done bookkeeping, about to open bookkeeping service in a couple months, hopefully. I personally don't think they do enough for that money. But they've got to eat too, right? Okay, so now I've talked about the Prime Safety Certified class and the upgrade tests, the hours of service training, the taxes and business creation, which they do not go a lot over the business creation. They talk about different business entities. They don't talk much about the creation at all, what's involved in it or nothing. They just tell you, if you want us to do it, fill out this form, give it to us. If you also order our services, we'll give you $100 off. Great. All right, then your Slingshot business class. Now this is where they're going to go through. They give you a little packet. Ta-da! Okay. And it's going to go over like your basic office supply list, what Prime, Success Leasing, and what y'all each have to do. They talk about detention pay. They talked about fixed costs and budgets. They talk about lumper services. They talk about variable costs. They go over this stuff very quickly. Fuel Optimizer, the Prime mobile app. And then they go, for most of the class, they go over a settlement. They show you where driving at a slower rate, getting more MPG, you get to keep more money. They show you on a settlement. Now, that's your introduction, okay? What they do at that point is, after you've been out about 12 weeks, okay, 3 to 4 months, okay, they're going to ask you to come back in. It's not required at this time. It may be required later. It's not required at this time for you to come in and take the ACE 2 class. The ACE 2 class is going to go a lot more in depth than this, okay? The reason why they don't give it the ACE 2 class to begin with is most people are just anxious to get out and make money. They're not going to listen to how a business is run. They're not going to listen to how to watch, how to read a P&L, how to watch your bottom line. They are just excited about, let me get out, let me make money, period. Just let me do. They give you the bare minimums to hopefully get you on track. Then they let you stay out 3 to 4 months. Then you come back, and in this next class, they go over actual settlements of people in the class. You can tell them, I want you to look at my settlements, and they're going to pull up your settlements. And they're going to show you where you could have made more money, where you left money on the table. They're going to talk a lot more in depth about companies, about when you should switch to an S-Corp, stuff like that, is what I've been told. All right. Then there's the pro maintenance class. This class used to not be mandatory. It is now. I'm glad they made this class mandatory. It teaches you how to, if you're trying to slide your trailer tandems and one of your pins, of course, if one doesn't go, both don't go, doesn't retract, what to do. What to do if, I mean, you'll hear, and some of you out there probably already know, you get in your tractor, you back into the trailer, it's a dropping hook. You hook up your lines, you got to move that tandem, right? Because it's slid all the way back because they lowered the meat on it. You set your trailer brakes, you release your pins, you back up, and those wheels just turn freely. Ooh. Okay, what are you supposed to do? Most of your old truckers and most people who don't know how to fix this, they're going to tell you, find a curb that's high enough that your wheels won't hop it. Back into it, and then push real hard. Find a rock, find something, right? Here's the problem with that. You're going to probably rip your mud flap off. You could damage your DOT bumper. You could damage the trailer. And that all is going to be on you, negligence. Okay? Here's what you do. And this is what they teach you in the pro maintenance class. And this is why you should take the pro maintenance class, because it's going to go over a lot of things, different things like preventative maintenance and all that. Okay? What you're going to do is you're going to pull your blue hose, your service brake, put that on your holder on the back of your tractor. You're going to pull your red brake line, which is your parking brake, right? This is the one that supplies the air that releases the brakes for whenever it's not on, right? You're going to put that on your service brake line. Now, it's not going to go all the way on. It's not going to go all the way and click like it usually does. All right. Now you're going to go pull your trailer brakes. Okay. This would normally, whenever you push, it supplies air, releases your brakes, right? Whenever you pull, it releases air, it shoots air through the red line, basically is what it does. And so what it does here is, the blue line is your service brakes. When you push the brakes, it applies the brakes. What this does is supplies that line full of air, and it seizes those brakes up. Now, if you back up and those tires roll, you need to get in touch with your advisor, because those brakes are not working on this trailer. Those brakes should be locked up like as if you're holding the brake pedal all the way to the floor. Okay? And you should be able to slide your tandems now. Slide your tandems, go back, swap the hoses. Now you're going to ask, because the brakes aren't holding, is it okay to drive it? The answer is, you just tested the service brakes. You know they're holding. You don't have to have the park brake or the emergency brake to drive that trailer. You just have to have the service brake. That's all the DOT is worried about, is that service brake on that trailer. Okay? So you just tested the service brakes. They're working fine. They stopped your tandem to where you could slide it. You stopped your wheels to where you could slide your tandem. You're good to go. But let your advisor know, your service advisor know, so that they can get that trailer fixed after the load's taken off, before the next driver gets it. Okay, so after you're finished with all these classes, you're going to send an email to upgrade@primeinc.com. And you're going to include your driver code, the division, and whether you're lease or company. So your driver code, reefer, tanker, or flatbed, and whether you're going lease or company. Okay. At that point, they're going to send you an email reply that states, congratulations, you are now an A-seat driver. If your company is going to say, wait for us to call when a truck's assigned to you. If your lease is going to say, here's a link, sign up for the driver list. You need to click that link quick. You should have sent that email when you finish the last class. Now, I forgot to mention, there are 44 computer-based trainings. You cannot finish upgrading if there's even one not done, okay? So do them all first night. Anyway, coming in, you're going to get that link. You click that link. Now, this link is going to ask you your name, your driver code, who your fleet manager is, and ask you, again, your division and whether you're going lease or company. Of course, you know you're going lease. You're filling this out. I don't know why they asked that question. Hopefully, they'll remove it. If they don't, oh well. You're going to send that in. Then you're going to get an email almost immediately saying, thank you for signing up for the driver's list. We will call you at 11 o'clock, Monday through Friday, for you to look at trucks. They start calling at 11 o'clock. They update the driver's list and the truck list at 11 o'clock every day, 11 a.m., 1100 hours. Okay, so don't even look at the truck list until 11 a.m. You're not going to be the first call unless you're the first one on the list. So look at the driver's list and see where you're at. Now, tonight there's 4 people on the list, okay? Those 4 people, so I know the earliest I can be is number 5. Now, when they call you at 11 o'clock or after, they're going to ask you, they're going to tell you, okay, look at the list online and let us know which truck you want to look at. If you see a name by that truck, someone's looking at it. You can't look at it, okay, unless it's released. It's going to have listed, you know, the color, the make, so like Midnight Blue Freightliner 2022. It's going to have a lease end date. If it's brand new, hasn't been leased before, it'll say 3 years. Then it's going to have the mileage and the estimated payment, the APU payment, which is all $75 now a week, and then if there's anybody looking at it. What I suggest you do is you look at that list at 11 o'clock. You pick 3 or 4 trucks in the order that you think you want to look at them. And, or if there are 17 trucks, make a list of all 17 trucks. What they want is the truck number. That's the very first piece of information on this truck line. Truck number, then color. So write down the truck numbers in the order that you want and go through there. Well, I want to look at truck number 216940. Someone else is looking at that. Okay, I want to look at truck number 196820. No one's looking at that one. Okay, I'd like to look at that one. All right, well, then they're going to tell you where it's at on the lot. Okay? Go straight to the truck. Look it over. It's going to have the key in it. You can drive it around. And then you go back. You can ask for the service paperwork. They do not give you the service paperwork unless you ask. Okay? So, ask. You want to know that all the oil changes have been done, because some of these lease operators, they let it go way past. Then what leasing does is they pull back the truck, they get the service done at a higher cost to the driver. Then they give the truck back to the driver and tell him go. Okay? You think he's going to do that just once? Probably not. Okay, you want the service records so you can look through them. Then when you say, I want this truck, they're gonna give you a packet that you fill out. Now, I'm getting close to the end of this video. I wanted to keep it around 30 minutes, and so that's where we're at right now. So my next video, which will be this week hopefully, is going to be of looking at the truck, starting the truck, driving it around. I'm not going to do that part because I don't have anybody else holding my phone. But I'm going to check out the truck. If I decide on the truck, looking at the service records, and then doing the inspection. Now, I may not show you the full inspection, but I'm going to go through the paperwork. It's a packet of what you want to look for, and then what's involved in the lease signing. Okay? All right. Well, that's it for now, guys. Look forward to the next video. Please, if you haven't already, I know it's a long video. Hopefully you made it this far. Like, subscribe, and hit that bell so that you know whenever I post a new video. And as always, if you want to use my driver code, I'll be glad to help you. If you do use my driver code and you come to Prime, anytime you need, I'll give you my phone number, and anytime you need any questions you have, feel free to call me. If I don't know the answer, I will find out the answer. That's the kind of guy I am. I love to help people. So, as always, keep your shiny side up, your rubber side down, and your mirrors between the ditches. I'll catch you next time.